Your life does not unfold randomly, it mirrors your inner world. Whatever you believe, imagine, and feel is being projected outward, shaping the reality around you. If you cultivate within yourself the vision of the life you desire, if you hold it vividly in your mind and feel it deeply in your heart, reality will adjust to match that inner creation. Imagination is not a simple pastime, it is the gateway to your future. Every invention, every act of creation begins as a mental image. What you see in your mind's eye, when felt as real, becomes inevitable. Close your eyes and feel what it will be like to have what you desire. Live in that feeling, breathe it. Let your body and mind recognize it as already yours. But often we block our blessings. Doubt, fear, and resistance act as invisible walls. They slow down what is speeding toward us. The amazing life you are meant to receive will only arrive in the space where your inner world is clear, expectant, and free. Let go of hesitation. Let go of the struggle, and simply trust that the good is on its way. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Don't wait for evidence in the outer world. Act, think, and speak as though the miracle has already arrived. This is not fantasy. It is the law of creation. Your inner state calls forth your outer reality. When your heart and mind are aligned with what you desire, life cannot help but respond. Be open, expect the extraordinary, recognize it in every detail, every encounter, every moment. The universe communicates in signs, coincidences, and opportunities, but only the ready heart can receive them. Prepare yourself, not by chasing, but by being. The calm, confident, and grateful being who already has what is coming. Friends, the amazing is near. It is approaching faster than you realize. All that remains is for you to open your mind, feel the joy of it already here, and welcome it into your life. Your moment has arrived. Everything you experience in life is a mirror of your inner state. The world around you is not separate from you. It responds to the thoughts, beliefs, and feelings that you hold within. Every circumstance, every relationship, every event that appears in your life is first conceived in the inner realm of consciousness. When you begin to truly understand this, you realize that your outer reality is never random or accidental. It is always a reflection of your inner world. This is why, no matter how chaotic or uncertain things may seem outside, you always have the power to change them by changing yourself. Your imagination is not merely a mental activity, it is a creative force. When you imagine something with conviction, you are planting a seed in the unseen realm, a seed that will inevitably manifest in your life if it is nurtured by feeling. Thoughts alone are insufficient. It is the feeling behind the thought, the belief that it is already true, that transforms imagination into reality. Every great achievement, every meaningful experience begins in the inner world as a living, breathing reality that is first felt before it is seen. Consider for a moment how effortless life can become when you align your inner state with what you desire. When your mind is calm, your heart is confident, and your feelings are in harmony with your vision, life itself begins to rearrange circumstances in your favor. Opportunities appear seemingly by chance, people align to assist you, and solutions to problems come with clarity and ease. This is not coincidence, it is the direct effect of your inner consciousness shaping your world. Conversely, when your inner state is filled with fear, doubt, or resistance, the outer world reflects exactly that. You attract situations that confirm your anxieties, obstacles that reinforce your limitations, and experiences that keep you trapped in cycles of frustration. The world outside is always obedient to the state within. Nothing can enter your life that does not first resonate with the vibration you are holding internally. The key, therefore, is to cultivate an inner reality that aligns with the life you wish to live. Focus your mind on what you desire, immerse yourself in the feeling of already having it, and refuse to give energy to contrary thoughts. See the life you want not as a distant goal, but as a present reality that exists within you now. By mastering your inner state, you master your outer world. Your life is always a faithful reflection of the consciousness you carry. Imagination is not a mere pastime or a fanciful escape. It is the very instrument through which life is created. The mind is far more than a thinker of thoughts. It is the creator of worlds. Every invention, every success, every joyful experience that has ever graced humanity began first as a vivid image in the mind. What you hold in your imagination with clarity and intensity becomes the blueprint of your future. This is the profound truth that few truly realize. Your imagination is the gateway through which the unseen becomes seen, the formless takes form, and your desired reality comes into being. When you imagine something as real, when you see it with mental clarity, and when you feel it with genuine emotion, you are not daydreaming, you are participating in creation. The universe responds not to idle wishes, but to the vivid, living experience of your inner state. To imagine is to act. For every image you entertain with conviction has the power to shape the circumstances of your life. It is through imagination that your future is formed long before it appears in your physical world. Consider the difference between merely wishing for something and imagining it as real. Wishing is passive. It is hope without substance, longing without life. Imagination, on the other hand, is active and alive. When you see the reality you desire in your mind's eye and feel it as if it already exists, you create a magnetic force that draws that reality toward you. Your subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is imagined vividly and what is actually happening. It accepts your imagined scenes as truth, and through this acceptance, the outer world begins to rearrange itself to reflect what you have held within. Every great life, every achievement, every transformation begins in the invisible realm of imagination. The future is not something that waits for you outside. It is a landscape that exists within, ready to be brought into manifestation. By training your mind to imagine deliberately, to see your desires as already fulfilled, and to feel the reality of them in every fiber of your being, you step into the role of the conscious creator of your life. The mind is the workshop of reality, and imagination is the tool with which you shape it. To embrace imagination fully is to recognize that your destiny is not something that happens to you, it is something you create. When you understand that what you vividly imagine as real becomes your personal truth, you gain the power to sculpt your life intentionally, to step into the future you choose, and to welcome into your reality all that you have dared to see in your mind and feel in your heart. Receiving anything in life begins within. Before a desire can appear in the outer world, it must first be acknowledged, embraced, and fully felt in the inner realm. The invisible is shaped by feeling, and it is feeling that acts as the bridge between imagination and manifestation. You cannot force reality to conform to your wishes through effort alone. You must first cultivate the emotional state that matches the reality you seek. To receive is to become a vibrational match to what is coming, to align your mind, heart, and soul with the truth that it is already yours. Imagine for a moment the joy of having exactly what you desire. Do not simply think about it as a distant hope. Let yourself feel it fully. Experience the peace that comes when everything in your life is perfectly aligned. The exhilaration that rises from knowing that the universe is conspiring in your favor, and the gratitude that flows naturally when you realize that all is well. These feelings are not illusions, they are the reality of the unseen. By dwelling in them, by living in the sensation of having already received, you signal to the universe that you are ready, willing, and receptive. Gratitude is the key that opens the door to manifestation. When you feel thankful for what is on its way, you acknowledge that it exists in the unseen realm, that it is already unfolding for you. Gratitude transforms your inner state, releasing resistance, doubt, and tension that might otherwise block the flow of blessings. The more vividly you can feel the joy, the peace, and the satisfaction of your fulfilled desire, the faster and more effortlessly it will appear in your external life. It is not enough to hope, wish, or intellectually understand that what you desire will come. You must live in the experience of it now. Speak as if it is true, act as if it is true, and above all, feel as if it is true. Your inner world must reflect the outer reality you wish to see. Life responds not to what you want, but to what you are. Become the person who has already received, and the universe will orchestrate circumstances, people, and opportunities to bring that reality into physical form. Feeling the reality before it manifests is the art of conscious creation. It is the bridge between thought and form, between desire and fulfillment. When you dwell in the sensation of your wishes already accomplished, you are no longer waiting, you are receiving. The moment you embrace this truth, your life begins to shift, and the amazing reality that is speeding toward you finds a home within your consciousness, ready to appear in the world. Any inner struggle, fear, or disbelief acts as a barrier between you and the blessings that are already on their way. Life is always moving toward you, orchestrating events and opportunities to bring forth your desires, but resistance slows everything down. Resistance is the internal no you send to the universe, the hesitation that whispers doubt, and the tension that tells you it is not yet possible. Every moment spent in worry, fear, or disbelief delays the arrival of what you seek, because the outer world responds directly to your inner state. When your mind and heart are aligned, when you surrender to the flow of life instead of pushing against it, the path becomes clear, and what is meant for you arrives effortlessly. Surrender is not giving up, it is letting go of the struggle that comes from trying to force reality to match your will. It is the act of trusting that the unseen, the infinite intelligence within you, is already arranging every detail of your life in perfect order. Resistance comes from wanting to control outcomes, from insisting that life must unfold according to your timeline, your understanding, or your logic. But the universe has a rhythm, a way of bringing forth blessings in their perfect time. When you release the need to control, you open a space for the unseen to work, and miracles begin to appear. Doubt is the shadow of resistance. It whispers that your desires are impossible, that you are not ready, or that life is against you. But this too is an illusion created by the mind. Your inner state is always speaking louder than your thoughts or wishes. When you feel doubt, you are signaling to life that you are not aligned, and the manifestation pauses until your inner state is clear. Faith, however, dissolves doubt. Faith is not blind belief. It is the knowing, the inner certainty that what you desire is already yours. It is the quiet assurance that the unseen is working tirelessly on your behalf, and that every moment brings you closer to fulfillment. To release resistance and doubt, cultivate trust and presence. Focus on the feeling of alignment, of peace, and of certainty. Act as if your desires are already fulfilled. Speak with confidence and maintain the inner calm that comes from knowing life is always working for you. The moment you surrender completely, fear dissolves, hesitation fades, and the flow of life moves unhindered toward you. The blessings speeding toward you cannot reach you while you resist them. Release, trust, and align yourself with the unseen. When you do, life answers your readiness, and what you have imagined, felt, and believed begins to appear with effortless perfection. To create the life you desire, you must live daily as though your wish has already been fulfilled. The outer world cannot produce what your inner reality does not first contain. Everything you experience begins with an assumption, a feeling, and an inner recognition that what you desire is already yours. To assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled is to occupy the mental and emotional space of having what you long for. It is not a matter of hoping or wishing for the future. It is a conscious act of living in the present as if your desire already exists. Your thoughts, actions, and words are the natural expressions of your inner state. When you truly assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, every aspect of your life begins to align with that reality. You speak with confidence, act with certainty, and think in ways that reinforce the life you are creating. Even the smallest gestures and decisions become expressions of your assumed state, and these in turn shape the circumstances and experiences that manifest in your world. You do not wait for evidence outside to validate your inner conviction. Instead, your inner world becomes the proof of your reality. This practice is more than visualization. It is living as if your imagination is already true. When you immerse yourself in the sensations, the emotions, and the certainty of having what you desire, your subconscious mind accepts it as reality. Doubt and fear begin to fade, replaced by an inner knowing that acts as a magnetic force, drawing your desires toward you effortlessly. Life responds to what is felt and assumed as real. It cannot distinguish between what is imagined and what is physically present once your inner state is firmly established. To assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, take time each day to dwell in the experience you desire. See it vividly in your mind, feel the satisfaction, joy, and peace as if it is already yours, and carry that feeling throughout your daily life. Let it influence your decisions, your conversations, and your actions. As you live from this inner reality, the external world rearranges itself to match, bringing circumstances, opportunities, and people into alignment with what you have assumed. Living in this state is the key to conscious creation. By assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you bypass struggle, resistance, and doubt, and you open yourself fully to receive the amazing experiences speeding toward you. Your inner reality becomes the blueprint for your outer life, and as you embody this state with consistency, manifestation is no longer a distant hope, but an inevitable reality unfolding naturally and effortlessly. In other words, to live a life full of miracles, you must cultivate the attitude of being open and expectant. Life is always responding to the state of your consciousness, and your expectations act as a magnetic force, drawing experiences, people, and opportunities toward you. Expectation is not mere hope or wishful thinking. It is a firm inner knowing that what you desire is already on its way. When you prepare yourself to receive, when you truly expect the good that life is offering, the universe moves in perfect alignment to bring it to you. Being open means creating a space within yourself where blessings can enter without obstruction. Often, we unknowingly close ourselves off through doubt, fear, or preoccupation with what is missing. These internal barriers block the flow of life's abundance. To be open is to release control, to trust the unseen, and to allow the perfect unfolding of events without interference. It is a state of readiness, a receptive posture in both mind and heart that welcomes what is coming without skepticism or hesitation. Expectation is the conscious acknowledgement that your desires are real and inevitable. When you live with expectancy, you are signaling to life that you are ready to receive, and the universe responds accordingly. This is not about forcing circumstances. It is about aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the reality you wish to experience. Expectation sharpens your perception, allowing you to recognize the signs, synchronicities, and opportunities that confirm the approach of your blessings. Without expectation, these signs may pass unnoticed, and the gifts that are rushing toward you might slip by. Prepare yourself daily to welcome the amazing experiences headed your way. Feel gratitude in advance, imagine the joy of receiving, and act in ways that reflect the assumption that your desires are already fulfilled. Let your words, your posture, and your demeanor embody the reality you anticipate. By doing so, you create a vibrational alignment that makes it natural for life to deliver exactly what you are expecting. Life is not separate from you. It mirrors your inner state. When you cultivate openness and expectancy, you become a conduit through which blessings flow effortlessly. Nothing is too small or too large to be received when you are aligned with the knowing that life is conspiring in your favor. Every opportunity, every moment of joy, every answer to your prayers is already moving toward you. Your task is to remain receptive, to trust, and to expect, for in this state what is meant for you cannot help but manifest. The amazing life speeding toward you is already on its way. Recognize it, welcome it, and embrace it fully. As we draw to a close, remember this truth. Everything you desire is already on its way to you. Life is constantly responding to the state of your consciousness. When you align your thoughts, feelings, and expectations with the reality you wish to experience, when you live as if your desires are already fulfilled, and when you remain open and expectant, the amazing experiences speeding toward you cannot help but manifest. Your inner world is the blueprint of your outer life, and by mastering it, you step into the role of the conscious creator of your destiny. So, prepare yourself. Feel the joy, the gratitude, and the certainty of what is coming. Release resistance, dissolve doubt, and live fully in the assumption that your wishes are already accomplished. Recognize the blessings as they approach, welcome them with an open heart, and embrace the miraculous unfolding of your life. The extraordinary is near, and it is ready to become your reality. Thank you for opening your mind, your heart, and your consciousness to receive.